Minister Cordy.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and thank you very much, Minister, for being here this evening. And thank you also to your officials and the work that you and your officials are doing and have been doing to help those most in need. And you have also been very generous this evening about answering questions that are not related to the bill. So thank you very much for that. When you're this close to the end of the list, most of the questions, if you could see my notepad here, there are scratches and editing along the way. So, Minister, as we heard during the study of Bill C-12, another bill which boosted OAS benefits this past winter, we learned that CRA cannot do any preparation work until a bill has actually passed. So has CRA provided a timeline of how long it will take after, if the bill receives royal assent, until the department can make the changes? And I guess my question basically is, how soon can Canadians who qualify receive payments?
It's an excellent question. It is one we have been much seized of. I hope you'll let me just offer a little bit of a plug here. Thank you for thanking the officials who've been working really hard. I'd like to offer a little bit of a plug for the people who work at CRA and for Minister Le Boutillier. The CRA has really been the workhorse of supporting Canadians during the pandemic. And you know, when we looked around at what are the tools at our disposal for providing some inflation relief, we turned to this mechanism that existed and to the CRA, which was really reliable and effective at providing the support. You're right, and it's a challenge that the CRA can only get to work once the law is passed. Canada is a rule of law country, and they need to know that we actually, as a government, as legislators, have passed legislation to do it. So I'm glad to have the support here. Let me just say this. We have, and actually, in fact, MEO and our tax people have a very good and close working relationship with their counterparts at CRA. Obviously, we worked with them closely in determining this was going to be the fastest way to do it, notwithstanding the real challenge of it not covering every single person. I don't want to put... They're going to work hard. They've told us they're going to do this as quickly as they can. And this is the mechanism that, of all the different possibilities we discussed, is the very, very quickest. Maybe I'll say we're talking about, well, they're going to work hard to have it happen really soon.
Thank you, Minister. And since others have gotten off the topic of Bill C-30, let me say that I'm very supportive of the dental plan for children under 12. I guess it's because I used to be an elementary school teacher in my other life, and dental health is good health. But Minister, at committee hearings in the House, you noted that Bill C-30 is not going to be a cure-all, and I think that we all understand that. It's a help, but it isn't a cure-all. So can you tell us what you think this one-time payment will do for those who need financial help?
Well, Senator, you've mentioned dental care, so I'm going to take an opportunity to mention it too. I think it is a really important measure, and I think we're going to find that it has an impact beyond what we may have imagined, because I think we're going to find a doctor I spoke to about it today, actually, talking about this measure, made a very important point, which is the mouth is the center of a lot of our health and our health problems for the rest of our body. And it sounds as if a teacher, you encountered that. So let me kind of in advance really urge people to look at the dental health measure from that perspective. And look at it, you know, we've been talking about inflation and the immediate relief that Canadians need, but we've also been talking about the fact that there are some long-term measures that people need, and dental care is one of those. Thank you for being so sensible and recognizing what I think we all recognize, which is that this is a good measure. It's an important measure. I'm glad we're doing it and doing it quickly.
It is.